But the feelings of inadequacy. Yeah. So you just wing it and you just do what you can do.
Right.
And so to hear you say things like you had me on the big screen and you know you were listening, like that, just it means everything, because you don't know the effects that you have on people.
Right.
And so I just celebrated my 4-year full-time entrepreneurship anniversary. Thank you.
Yes.
And all I wanted was the closest people to me to be in one room. Like that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
And so we almost did it. My best friend couldn't come. And I think one other person couldn't come. But one of my close friends, his name is Mercedes, he said, do you recognize that at this point, probably hundreds of thousands of people have seen your work? And I'm like, wait, what? And he was just like, think about your impact. And I was in tears, because we don't stop to think about our impact.
Yeah.
We always think about, okay, that's done, next thing. That's done, next thing. Got that accomplished, cool, let's move forward.
Exactly.
Because we always see the big picture.
Right.
But I would challenge people to just stop and think like how far you've come.
Yeah.
And think about what you've been through, you know, to get you to this place, and just have a moment of gratitude.
I know I get into my little headspace, and I'm gonna be honest. A friend of mine introduced me to mental health like 2 years ago, and this was a time when I was like just so busy on top of the world. And I remember reading this sign that said, "Busy is the new happy," and that's I mean, I was like living by that, you know. But then when things slowed down, and then when Black Lives Matter and people started talking more about mental health, that's when I started going into my shell and wondering, you know, am I good enough? You know, I see people still trying to, you know, work in a pandemic. Why am I just trying to stay still? Like, I just felt like I didn't want to move because I didn't want to get sick. I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to do that, you know, and I don't know. I just kept on, you know, doubting myself, you know, like, I have a small company too, like a staffing company. I'm like, what if they don't call me back? You know, you know, and so all these little ideas just went in my head about, you know, what if I lose my house? What if I lose my car? You know, and I got to stop thinking like that. So once again, going back to why this is so important to have your tribe and to talk to people and to seek therapy if you need it. You know, all this is so important. Just having you here is helping me. Talking about it is helping me, you know?
Yes, talking about it does help. And we never recognize how much we need that.
Yeah.
Because even like I said, I've been in therapy for about 2 years. At this point, me and my therapist are just chopping it up.
Yeah.
But it's still so freeing just to talk to somebody.
Right.
Just even if we're not talking about a deep-rooted issue. Because all the deep-rooted issues we've pretty much taken care of.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Until some more deep-rooted
You sound like
issues.
A friend of mine who said that too.
You know?
She said, my therapist is my friend now.
Oh yeah, now I know more. I know about him.
Oh, him.
You know? Oh yeah, my therapist is an older Black guy.
Okay.
Yes,
all right.
it is.
Did you choose him?
So I actually chose him through. Well, my church was actually giving free therapy.
Really?
Yeah, and so I think that's a resource all churches can do if they can, you know,
That's
afford
a good idea. Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying? But that's how because I would never did it.
Yeah.
Because, you know.
Yeah.
But yes, he's an older Black guy, and I like it because my therapist is spiritual based.
Right.
You know, so
yeah.
Sometimes he says things that I just need.
Right.
Right. But yeah, it just helps talking to, you know, different perspective on something. Because even, you know, yesterday we was talking about, you know, dating and marriage and all that kind of stuff. And it's just like, it just helps. Yeah. Yes, you know,
that's another topic.
I think being around the male perspective is powerful as well, because two of my best friends are male, you know, and so it's just good to, you know, sometimes they don't want to hear all the details.
I know, right?
But I'm like, you gonna listen because I need your help. So, you know, that's also powerful as well.
Well, I want to end it with one more question that's kind of related to what we're talking about now. So you're friends with your therapist, you know, because you got a long-standing relationship. How do you separate being friends with your clients? I mean, the clients that are faithful, that come back year after year, or even every other month or so.
I don't.
You don't?
I don't separate it. Like,
you don't?
I think the people that are the most loyal to me, they respect my business.
Okay.
And that's
real
what
talk.
I'm super grateful for. Like, still don't ask for discounts. They just respect my business. If anything, they just be, you can tip your photographers, everyone. I just want to put that out there. I need to start a trend, like, tip your photographers. But if anything, they just become family, and so they pay me more, and it's just a respect thing. So usually, because I'm so personable, like, people, my clients do become my friends. Yeah. And so my clients now that I've been shooting for, years upon years, like, they invite me to places, and like, we just become
I remember really you close. Saying that.
So I don't separate it, as long as they respect. It's really about respecting my business. You're gonna still sign this agreement, right? You're gonna go through, I know a lot of people don't like going through the website, but you have to, especially now that I have assistant, like, you have to go through the website. Like, that's just the way it is. So still, they just respect my business, which is great.
That's good. I was gonna hit on what we was talking about when you walked in, how you just realized something, like you had an epiphany. You was like, oh my God. You want to tell everybody what that was? Yeah.
So I was, and this is actually a repeat client. I was shooting a surprise retirement party for one of my sorors, my sorority sisters. I'm an AKA one of my sorors sisters. And it was just such a beautiful, like, small event. And, so they were just like, Jazz, you need anything? They wanted me to drink. Like, girl, get you a drink, and I'm pescatarian now, full pescatarian. So the whole thing was just like seafood and fish. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited, And it was just, so I was basically eating. I had a couple drinks and I was taking pictures. Okay. And I was getting paid a few $100, right, to do this. And I'm like, wow. Like, when I got in the car, I was just like, wow. It was just an epiphany of like, girl, you built this. Like, I'm first generation entrepreneur, right? And I know, like, there were entrepreneurial qualities. Well, I take that back. My grandmother was an entrepreneur.
You know what? We never think about that. Our grandmothers had to do what they had to do in order to survive. How many kids your grandmother had?
4. My grandmother on my mother's side, my maternal grandmother. But my grandmother was an actual entrepreneur. I should stop saying that. Well, I don't think I really say that, but my grandmother was an entrepreneur. She was a pastor. And she had a building. My grandma was full-fledged entrepreneur.
Did she use the word entrepreneur, or did she?
No, she's a pastor. And so she's a pastor.
Exactly.
But you don't think about that, because you don't. She didn't say, like, I mean, that word wasn't really
thrown around
back then. Nor business owner. Yeah, she was a pastor, and my grandfather, that's usually where I get, like, my creative side and all that kind of stuff. But shout out to them. They were married for 70 years. Oh. But
beautiful.
Anywho, but I'm just like, oh my God, I built this. Right. Like, I literally quit my job. I didn't know what I was doing. Right. Still don't. Right. And it's just like, wow, you just look back and you say, I built this. Yeah. And that is just beautiful.
Did it scare you, or did it, like, make you overwhelmed, or just gave you just a sense of gratefulness?
Oh, gratefulness all the time.
Yes, I truly related to it. And I want people to also be able to follow you and get some value, because I've only known you for a year and I've gotten so much value. So you want to tell everyone where they can definitely contact you if they want to work with you or buy one of your packages?
Yes. So Jazzella McKeel, so JAZZELLAMCKEEL, Jazzella McKeel, at Jazzella McKeel. And my apparel brand is The Swart Shop, THESWARTSHOP.
Awesome. All right, guys, this is your girl TamCam with the TamCam Show. Always TamCam, guys. Thank you, Miss Jazz, for coming to the show. I appreciate it.
Thank you so
much. Guys, you have a good day. Be blessed.